Welcome to Bratislav, Slovakia. We are 10 minutes away from the European North Basketball League gold medal game CSO Voluntari versus the Newcastle Eagles.
Vibrant, dynamic, hard-working, energetic, passionate, gritty. I have embodied the values of this city. This is a city where we have to work for everything. You know, we don't really get anything given to us. I know that we feel a bit of a chip on our shoulder being located far north of London. As a city, we don't maybe get the respect that we deserve. And I do feel really proud, and I feel the responsibility of leading this club in our city.
To be honest with you, I thought it was very emotional. Final four in Europe, you know, it's something the club has been talking for years to do. And then finally being able to play in the semi-final, which is a big game, to get to the final. I think I cried the night before, you know, no one knows that until now.
I thought it was probably like the best opportunity for my career. Coming from last year, I was in France. I know the history from last year.
Black and Bears are headed to the European North Basketball League Final Four for the Newcastle Eagles. It is the end of the road. They've come up just short.
I was heartbroken for our group last year. I remember looking around and seeing, I want to say, 20 to 30 die-hard Eagles fans in the gym in Denmark. I saw the emotion drain out of the players when that final buzzer went. We wanted to go better, and the better is the Final Fours. We were able to retain our kind of domestic core from last year. Darius Defoe, Josh Ward-Hibbett, Will Neighbour, Malcolm Delpesh, Sever Kande. And I think keeping that domestic core for this year has really facilitated our journey. So we understand the opportunity doesn't arise very often to compete for a championship, let alone competing for a European championship.
I think us just, taking a step further and, advancing to a final is just important. It shows the grit, it shows our determination, it shows British basketball is on the rise.
Nothing, no regrets, no tomorrow, 40 minutes, okay? 40 minutes, no regrets, on us, let's go.
Eagles, 1, 2, 3. Eagles.
Good job for that.
Newcastle Eagles have won! The Newcastle Eagles have won the playoffs! The best team in the history of British basketball!
It's great to look back and see what we have achieved. That run of trophy winning that we went on in that period of time. I've been managing director since 1999, so 25 years this year. We in this region, at that point in time, in terms of the number of young people and older people playing basketball, was extremely small. So the vision was, we're going to have to go and do some hard work and actually build a basketball community for all intents and purposes, and hope that basketball community come and support us. And that's what we've done ever since. 25 years on, we're still doing that.
From tip to buzzer, this game has been dominated by the Newcastle Eagles, and they are the trophy champions!
It felt like the next step for the club was European competition. Leicester went and entered those competitions first, and the timing had to be right for us.
If I'm honest, I didn't think we'd win a game in the first year. I just thought, we just need to do this and see how we go. I'm sure Mark had a different view, but I wasn't holding any huge hope. It was just a case of let's try and make this work financially.
It's an effort, Nick! Nothing else!
The year that we went into Europe, we didn't come off a great year domestically, but we still felt that we could take that challenge on, probably going into the unknown and not knowing what that looked like. The European campaign has been life-changing, and this group who has had ups and downs and you know, continues to stay together and continues to stay the course. You know, I'm desperate for this group that our story doesn't end in the semi-final.
I remember going in there, I was a little bit of nerves and, you know, a little bit of excitement, all blended into one. Regardless of the feelings, like, you know, the whistle's gonna go at the same time, and it was more just, you know, trying to get myself in a place where I can do the best that I can do.
I wouldn't say I was nervous. I would say I was more like determined. You know, I saw the big trophy, like they had it like standing, like on a stanchion. And I was like, yeah, I really want that. That's what I really want to win.
I think we go into all of these games, all European games, as underdogs, because I base a lot of this around team budgets and the correlation between team budgets and talent on the floor. If you want to use that as a marker, then we probably should be underdogs in pretty much every game.
November the 26th is when we beat these dudes at their place by 9. And thinking about the journey that we've been on to get to that point and to get to here, and the journey that we're still on. And again, I just keep coming back to us playing with conviction and us playing with force. And make no bones about it, the strength of our group is our group. How privileged are we to do what we do? To be in this situation with this group. This might be the one and only time that we get the chance to compete at this level. Who knows? I hope not, but that's all we know. That's the only thing that's guaranteed, nothing else. And I know that we need to be true to each other with strength, conviction and force, and for 40 minutes be us. We will be playing for a championship tomorrow if we're the best version of us. Complete force, complete conviction. Don't take it. Regardless of, you know, sometimes how I look and I'm a bit demonstrative and emotional, I actually feel that that's the time when I'm most present, when the ball's thrown up. To get those high moments, you've got to go through a little bit of that positive pre-game jitters. And I think if you don't have that, I think you're in the wrong sport. For me, yeah, nothing else matters. This is everything.
Ward Hibbert coming off a double stagger and able to finish it with the left hand. Carter showing off that great first step, just elite off the dribble. Defoe getting to his signature fadeaway. Seneca at the buzzer. Seneca Knight closes out the first quarter. The Newcastle Eagles have got the party started. Yoasar able to pick up the loose change. Jiki doing a great job of just slowly grinding themselves back into this one.
I can't pick him up full court. If he gets one outlet pass and he's running right behind me.
But that's what's frustrating me the last 3 possessions. Okay, like we're playing great, and now we lose focus on the defensive side. Last 3.
A lot of players say that they care about winning. Josh, his actions marry his words. He cares about winning. I'm trying to think of players at any level I've worked with, and I can't think of anybody who outworks Josh.
His impact was big, knowing I was in foul trouble, Sen was in foul trouble, you know, and Josh plays like that every day. In practice, games, whatever, that's how he plays, you know.
The fastest man in the building again, Michael Karu strongholds his way to the rim. Tough finish by Deshaun Allen Aikens. Long with the step back. Buries it Cole Long with his first bucket of the evening. The Newcastle Eagles with a 5-point lead, 10 minutes away from making history. Again, shot clock winding down. Pulliam, woo! Trey Pulliam with the Kyrie finish.
Yes, sir.
Deshaun Allen Aikens sticks it from the corner. And we will have a Group A matchup as the Newcastle Eagles make themselves an entrant to the big dance.
Crazy, to be honest, elated.
Very happy, proud of my guys. You know, we're one step closer from making history for this club. You know, it's just a blessing.
Now we've got less than 24 hours until we play the finals. Our fans are absolutely incredible and excited we get to give them another day tomorrow.
On now, what are we supposed to do? Hey, great job, stay together. Let's go, let's go. Eagles, 1, 2, 3. Eagles, hey, these guys, good job.
I can almost hear the Newcastle Eagles watch party celebrating in the Northeast.
There's no question our fans are the best in the country. Our fans mean everything to us. European games, domestic games, they mean everything. They want every Friday night to leave here knowing that, you know, the team have left it all on the floor. I'm 3 years into this and I haven't become desensitized to what that means. There's a young fan, a super fan, I'm going to say a name called Arla. Yeah, this season has supported the team. She's one of many, consistently giving cards, Christmas cards, pre-game messages. When you look at her and how her face lights up when I see her getting an autograph off a player or interacting with the team. You know, our job is about winning basketball games, but our job is also about trying to inspire the next generation.
It means everything, being from Newcastle and having an outlet. I've always loved basketball, and when I was younger I never had this outlet to follow a local team or to be able to do anything like this.
I just want them to win, that's the only thing, that's the reason why I'm here, watch Newcastle win.
I find it very, very difficult to watch games, believe it or not. I stand at the back of the stands on a match day, say what I have to say from the back of the stands to the point that nobody can hear me. And I've just got to give them the airspace to do what they do.
Josh, 5, Kathy.
Pick up points,
Yeah.
can go under screens,
Yeah.
going left, late Clark might step back.
This team was in this scenario last year and they feel like it's their time. They don't know who we are. They don't know who we are. I've told you what this game means to me, to us, to British basketball. I've told you what this game means. Right now, all of us can go out there and fight more than we have ever fought. Ever. I don't care about where you've come from, your upbringing, your college. The most beautiful thing is the opportunities that this gives us. And we've earned that, and we've spoke about our story, and I'm proud of our story. I don't care how much you've won, I don't care. You can go out there and fight more than you've ever fought in your life. Every single one of us can do that. And if we do that, we will feel successful. We will accomplish what we need to. Fellas, I love you, go and take this. Let's go.
Eagles, 1, 2, 3.
Eagles.
Sullivan gets the party started for Voluntari. And Mr. 28 Darius Defoe.
Darius is a serial winner, a serial leader. His impact is beyond the box score.
It's nice, you know, as Mr. 28. Him starting off the game like that, it just kind of gave me energy, gave a team energy. We obviously wanted to go out there, not only for ourselves, but for him, you know, to try and win a championship.
Etler Davis, pump face, get a defender in there, and Etler Davis gets his second free ball of the night. 4 on the clock, shoots it from deep, and we're tied. Trey Pulliam sticks it.
We were right there. Voluntari were the #1 offensive team in the whole tournament over the duration of all the games. So we knew that we wanted to try and disrupt them at that level. Guys get a grip of the game. The point guard, Kathy, you know, was able to manage the game when they got the noses in front.
Their point guard, number 5, he hit a 3, like the shot clock winding down. They went up 6 by then.
Mike Caffey has on a chef coat and a wooden spoon, and he's cooking in the second half.
It was getting away a little bit, and then we were kind of stagnant on offense.
Karu tries to get inside the paint, but can't finish the bunny.
I've never gone into a game or think the game is decided until the ref don't blow the whistle for the game to be over with. We still got a chance.
Lord Hibbert all the way, and he answers back and count the bucket. Extra pass out to Caffey. Yes! He's been excellent this half. Heavily guarded by Pulliam. Stretched out hand, and Mike Caffey take a bow. Your 2025 European Northern Basketball League champions. Terrific second half performance as they overcome the Newcastle Eagles, getting revenge off of that loss in December. What a moment.
It didn't go away.
I think we left it all out there. There's no two ways about it. And it just slipped away.
Looking over and we got however many fans travelled with us, kind of feeling like, let them down, and maybe feeling like as a leader that I needed to do more for my team. It's one of them.
I still think we punched significantly above our weight in this campaign, and hopefully we've inspired some future generations of Eagles fans. Yeah, I'm proud of my group.
We didn't win the competition, but I still think we've achieved in this.
That's a big trophy though.
Doing what we've done in the competition this year, doing what we did in the competition last year, I think that's somewhat set a precedence of, who Newcastle are.
I hope that we're able to go one step further next year. When we set out in this journey a couple of years ago, it was kind of going into the unknown and the unexpected. If you'd have said to me within 2 years we'd have won our group and lost narrowly to the heavy favourites in the competition, I don't think a lot of people would have believed it. Yeah, everybody talks about big goals, but your work ethic and your ambitions have to match big goals. And hopefully, I think if that's reaffirmed it for everyone who's been a part of our journey, I think we've done some positive work.
Very heartbroken, but the team themselves, to get where they've got to, they've done well.
Although I'm gutted for them, I'm really proud of them in some ways because they've come second in Europe.
They've made it so far to get into the final, and just how we're the lads.
Their first final in Europe, you've got to be so proud of them, you've got to be.
They pushed further into Europe than they have ever gone before, ultimately falling at the final hurdle. But you can bet they'll be back again next year.